The next layer of this struggle is quieter, almost imperceptible, but no less powerful. It's the way pressure reshapes your perception of time. Seconds stretch into eternities. Minutes feel like hours. Every heartbeat echoes like a drum in an empty hall. When the mind is under siege, it begins to exaggerate, to dramatize, to amplify every nuance of your experience. A simple decision, what to say, where to step, what to write, becomes a battlefield. Thoughts ricochet like bullets in a narrow corridor, and you are forced to duck and weave, not from any external danger, but from the chaos of your own imagination. And in that elongation of time, the mind's betrayals feel larger than life. They feel permanent, inevitable, and irreversible. There's a strange intimacy in this moment of internal warfare. It's as though the mind is holding a mirror up to you, showing not just what you fear, but who you are beneath the fear. The self that emerges under pressure is raw, unfiltered, and undeniably human. It is often messy, prone to mistakes, and intensely vulnerable. And yet, paradoxically, it is also honest in ways the calm mind rarely is. It exposes your anxieties, your insecurities, your hopes, and your blind spots. To witness this is uncomfortable, yes, but it is also the beginning of mastery. For once, you see the patterns, the loops, the predictable ways in which your thoughts betray you. You gain the ability to intervene. You can step in as the observer, the conductor, the one who orchestrates rather than reacts. This is why elite performers, athletes, actors, musicians, and thinkers spend years learning to inhabit their minds under pressure. They don't seek to eliminate the betrayal, they learn to dance with it, to understand the rhythm of doubt, the cadence of hesitation, the sudden crescendos of panic. They train to breathe through the moments when their own cognition turns against them, to recognize the mind's sabotage as a signal, not a verdict. Every misstep, every stutter, every fleeting thought of inadequacy becomes data, fuel for adaptation rather than judgment. And in that training, the seemingly insurmountable tension of pressure becomes a tool, because pressure is not inherently destructive. It is a crucible. It exposes what is fragile, what is unresolved, and what is ready to be transformed. The mind's betrayals are the sparks that illuminate our weaknesses, and when seen clearly, they are also the lanterns that guide us toward growth. But this requires patience, immense patience, a willingness to endure the discomfort without flinching, to witness the betrayal without reacting with shame or fear. It is in that stillness, in that quiet observation, that the true alchemy happens. Doubt becomes insight. Anxiety becomes clarity. Hesitation becomes intentionality. And yet, even when you understand this intellectually, feeling it is another matter entirely. The body remembers the pressure before the mind can rationalize it. Your chest tightens, your stomach knots, your hands sweat, and your thoughts scatter. These are the echoes of a system designed for survival, not for comfort. To move through them, you must honor them, not fight them. You must breathe deeply, anchor yourself in the present, and let the mind witness itself without judgment. There is a strange courage in this, a quiet bravery that does not roar or demand attention, but simply persists in the face of inner turbulence. Over time, something remarkable begins to happen. The mind that once seemed so capricious, so treacherous, becomes a collaborator. You begin to anticipate its tricks, to recognize the familiar patterns of sabotage, and to redirect its energy toward constructive action. You learn to harness the tension rather than be consumed by it. Every high-stakes moment becomes an opportunity to practice presence, to exercise focus, to refine resilience. And slowly, imperceptibly at first, you reclaim the space where your potential was trapped beneath the weight of fear. You begin to see that the mind, even in its moments of betrayal, has been guiding you toward a deeper understanding of yourself, a teacher disguised as an adversary. Pressure never fully disappears. It will return in new forms, at new stakes, in unexpected moments. But the relationship changes. Where once there was panic, there is now curiosity. Where once there was doubt, there is observation. Where once there was betrayal, there is recognition. This is the mind doing exactly what it was built to do. And within that recognition lies freedom. Freedom to act, to create, to speak, to move through the world not in spite of pressure but alongside it, in harmony with the raw, unpredictable rhythms of your own consciousness. And in that harmony, the betrayal transforms into clarity. The anxiety that once felt like a storm now feels like wind in your sails. The hesitation that once felt paralyzing now feels like a moment of discernment, a pause that shapes precision rather than chaos. You realize that every time your mind turned against you, it was inviting you to learn something essential. That human mastery is not about perfection, but about presence. That courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to move through it. And that your mind, in its moments of greatest treachery, is also capable of revealing your deepest strengths. To live with this understanding is to step into life with a new kind of confidence. One not built on certainty or control, but on acceptance and engagement. The mind will always be mercurial. It will always turn against you under pressure. But when you learn to move with it rather than against it, you unlock a power far greater than fear. The power to navigate the unknown, to face high stakes with clarity, and to transform every moment of inner betrayal into a step toward resilience, mastery, and profound self-knowledge.